You had a president who not only completely rebuilt our military, including the addition of Space Force. Remember, they smiled. Remember that? Something which has not happened since the Air Force 75 years ago. Space Force, it's going to be very important having it. You know, if you look at China and Russia, they had a big lead, and now we're leading because we did that. That was so important. But they left. And do you remember Biden laughed? Oh, Space Force. And then the woman with the really beautiful red hair, she left. And she was hit so hard by the military because they knew I was right. The military understood I was right. You know, she's going to MSDNC. You know that, right? Right? They need a redhead. They don't have a redhead over there, so they need a red.
I'm gonna keep it real. When SNL brought in their new Trump impersonator, I wasn't the biggest fan, but he really has nailed the just randomly jumping from topic to topic. He started off with, they criticized me for creating Space Force, and he ended up on, they need more representation of gingers. Who saw that coming? And the crowd is like, yeah, I like all of this. This is all good. Tell me more about the redheads.
That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for one race. You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel, and he's doing great. They're all doing good.
I don't even know what to make of it. JP, JD, Mandel. Where am I? What day is it?
Had to give the American people their voice back by building something called Truth Central. No more drop boxes. The drop boxes are just so bad. No more drop boxes. The elimination of Zuckerberg drop box. I call them the unlock boxes. You know, they call them lock boxes. I call them unlock boxes.
I call it a micro seizure. What is going on with you, man? And also, I gotta admit, like, we'll get to the Truth Central thing. Look, people say, John, you've got Trump derangement syndrome, which I do. I oppose anything that he opposes. So now I'm pro Drockbach. I want a Drockbach in every pot, actually, is what I want.
I love Drockbach. I'm waiting for a Drockbach sponsorship.
I know, exactly. I'd like 1 month free to Drockbach. He was experiencing some significant.
Do you know the song by the B-52s, Drockboxer? Great song.
I don't know.
And you know what? Pete Buttigieg can take his electric vehicles and his bicycles, and he and his husband can stay out of our girls' bathrooms.
Yep. It's not just the delivering of the line, it's a finishing going, yep. Nailed it, Margie. So that was Marjorie Taylor Greene, congresswoman, in some ways and not in others. She was speaking at a rally headlined by Donald Trump, and she is not going to let him be the most vile person at the rally. So, in case it wasn't clear there, Pete Buttigieg and his husband can stay out of girls' bathrooms because she doesn't even understand the talking points that are being used. March, listen, they've moved on from the outright demonization of gay individuals to some extent. They realize that's not popular. Now they're targeting on a daily basis the trans community as supposedly being predators, when in fact it is far more likely that they will be assaulted in bathrooms than anyone else. But she just mixes it all up. She knows that she doesn't like Pete Buttigieg. She hates that he's gay and has a husband. And so they are predators now, Francesca. They're going into bathrooms for little girls. They're gay. They don't want girls of any kind, little or not. There's so much I want to explain to her about the world and how it works. What do you think?
I just love that she threw in like everything, you know, with their bicycles and their vegan cheese and Encanto and they just what?
Their matcha lattes.
And their matcha lattes. And they went in there to be a different gender. You nailed it. Like